Welcome to the Prattle, Ep 6 of our sports pod. The best episode yet, actually. It's the afternoon of Friday, February 2. Today we have a big Super Bowl episode, but we still talk some NBA. We talk some specific stories and games from around the league and touch on those. And then we dive into Super Bowl 52, talking on both the Eagles and the Patriots' chances to win. And we finish off with our Would You Rather segment. With that being said, we'll start talking NBA quick. TCB, what do you think about Goran Dragic being named to the All-Star team in place of John Wall?
Oh my goodness, Deans, you've got to be kidding me. Last episode, actually episode 4 of the podcast, when we were talking All-Star snubs, I'm like, why is Ben Simmons not in this game? And I'm like, John Wall got hurt? I'm like, sweet. They're going to throw in Ben Simmons because he's having such a great year. Let me hit you guys with some knowledge here real quick. Goran Dragic this year is averaging 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 4.8 assists a game, okay? That's Goran Dragic. Let's go over to Ben Simmons, who's averaging 17 points a game, same as Dragic, 7.8 rebounds, and 7.3 assists. He has 4 more rebounds and 3 more assists than Dragic. I don't understand why Ben Simmons is not in this game. Sure, the Heat are playing really well this year. They're playing better than the Sixers, but that doesn't mean that Goran Dragic is a better player than Ben Simmons. It's not even close. Guys, what do you think? Should Ben Simmons be in the All-Star game, or did they get it right with Dragic?
Dragic definitely does not deserve to be there. Ben Simmons, I would say, would be a really good pick. No one else comes to me off the top of my head. But Goran Dragic, really?
Yeah,
he's on an average. Like, their entire team is made up of 15 points per game players. He doesn't even stand out on his own team.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Wes. I'm in awe.
Yeah, I think the big thing to me is the fact that Goran Dragic is not on anybody's radar. People have been watching Ben Simmons, and in my opinion, he fits the bill of an all-star. He's got the star power. He's putting on great performances, and I really haven't seen like big highlight games out of Dragic. So if the idea is to get a great product and the All-Star game is for the fans, why wouldn't you put Ben Simmons in there?
Right, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Goran Dragic, don't get me wrong, he is a good point guard. He's averaging 17 points a game and 5 assists. Like that is a good point guard. That's not all-star numbers. That's not all-star numbers to me at all. But the all-star game is a while away. It's like not February 18 or something like that. So like we're talking about it a lot now, but we still got some time to wait. But something that is happening right now in the NBA was this Blake Griffin trade that we talked about last episode. Wes, did you watch the Pistons game with the new look?
Yes, I did. I was keeping an eye on it while I watched the two Bills 30 for 30.
Great episode.
Yeah, and he had a great game, 24, 10, and 5, and they got the W. And I think where he's really going to help the Pistons is defensively and being the guy that they can count on. So coming down the court, you can always throw it down to Blake, and he can find another open man or get into the basket. So he's very versatile for them, and I think that's going to give them a real boost.
Yeah, I agree. He's a really good passing big man, just like Andre.
Right.
And at the end of the game, the Pistons were down a couple points, and he drove in, drew a double team, and hit Anthony Tolliver for an open 3. And I think that's going to be the difference with him, as opposed to like Tobias Harris, who's very, very shot oriented, didn't see the floor very well. I think Blake just brings that extra dimension, and I think it's going to be fun to watch.
What I really liked out of him, toward the end of the game there, it was still close, but his effort did not waver. He was diving on the floor for balls
Exactly.
and making effort plays, And I really like that he's excited to play for Detroit. Sometimes when you get a trade like this, players get frustrated or stubborn that their old team betrayed them or whatever. So he definitely wants to play for Detroit, and it showed the other night.
Right, and the Pistons play the Clippers coming up, I think, next week. And it's going to be interesting to see how he responds to the Clippers because he found out about that trade via Twitter. And, I mean, he put his heart into the Clippers organization for almost 10 years. And then that's how you're going to do my man like that? You're going to make him find out about his trade via Twitter? Watch out that game. I bet you he goes for 30 at least. That one's going to be fun to watch. Tune your TV into when they play the Clippers. Dean's, what do you think about this trade? You think it's going to work out for the Pistons?
Yeah, I do, absolutely. I think Wesley really touched on the versatility thing, and I think that's the biggest thing for Griffin. Like, now they have Griffin and Drummond's just a rebounding machine, you know?
Right.
But Blake Griffin can even step out behind the three-point line and hit some. I was talking to my dad about this trade yesterday, and he's like, wait, Blake Griffin can shoot threes?
Right.
I thought all he did was dunk.
Right.
But no, Blake Griffin has improved his game to where he has these options. And I think that's really going to help the Pistons because he is a really good player. And I don't think they gave up too much for him. And if anything else, he can hopefully attract some more star talent to Detroit. I'd love to see that.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And last episode, I was kind of bashing Pop a little bit about, like, dude, look about everything that the Pistons gave up to get Blake Griffin. And I'm like, you know what? This league is about having superstars. You need at least 2 superstars to be even relevant. And the Pistons only had one with Andre Drummond. Now they have Blake and Andre, and now they are that much closer to relevancy. If they can attract just some sort of talent at the guard position, because they're really, really lacking at the guard position right now, this team's going to be fun. This team is going to be a good team. Pop, I severely apologize for my comments last podcast. You changed my mind.
It's all right, TCB. But yeah, this offseason is huge for the Pistons. I think if they go out and pick up a guard, and they're in the contention in the East. 3 stars. I think they have a chance.
Yeah,
I think.
Go ahead, Dean.
Trading away like Tobias and Avery Bradley and Boban. I think those guys, we're going to keep them right on the peak of that hump. But I think trading those guys away and getting Blake Griffin is going to move them. So either they're going to slide. Either way, you're sliding down, I guess. But you're going to slide to the side of the hump where you're actually winning games, not just sitting on the edge, you know? Or you're going to slide backwards. But you still have a star player. You can attract some talent and maybe, as Pop said, get a superstar next year. But I think Tobias and Avery Bradley would have led to another average season for the Pistons where they get an average draft pick, average record, barely miss the playoffs, play the Celtics in the first round, something like that. Mm-hmm. But I think Blake Griffin could be the key to them either advancing or moving backwards, but still providing the star talent and attraction for other stars.
Right, and I mean the joke with the Pistons was always, man, they always draft at the number 8 position. They always had the 8th pick, and that is literally the worst pick to have. Like, okay, you guys were trashy, so we're going to give you the 8th pick, but there's already going to be 7 picks ahead of you. And, like, that's when they drafted people like Stanley Johnson and Greg Monroe. They did get Andre Drummond there, which was good. But, so, yeah, they're just been mediocre, and Deans, I completely agree with you. Now they're either going to be jumping up to, like, the 4-3 seed maybe in the East eventually, or we're going to get a star in the draft.
Exactly. And then speaking of stars, we had a 60-point triple-double from the MVP of the league. That's my pick.
Holy moly.
I think that's everybody's pick. James Harden the other night went off for a 60-point triple-double. Has he secured the MVP? Is anyone even contending anymore?
Well, might be a little too early, but he's definitely the front runner right now.
Pop, we got to hear from the James Harden homer. We got to hear from him.
If you guys don't know, I'm wearing my James Harden jersey right now. He is my man. He's having a phenomenal season. Him and Chris Paul and Eric Gordon are just having great season. James Harden is the one sticking out the most. I love watching him play every night. It's fun. It's fun right now.
Oh yeah, James Harden's 60-point triple-double has been debated to be more impressive than Kobe's 81-point game, which I think is fair.
I agree.
No, it's not.
Whoa.
What are you talking about, Wes?
What?
There's a big difference between 60 and 81.
You're right. But look at Kobe. Kobe had like 3 assists, maybe not even that many in the 81-point game.
And like 6 rebounds.
Right.
The difference to me is the way Kobe played that game. Like, people talk all the time about Mamba mentality, and that was Mamba mentality in its purest form. Like, he was playing his normal game, but he was just hitting every shot. And so when he got hot, like, it didn't matter if 3 people were on him. He was going to hit the shot no matter what. And with James Harden, he makes a lot of his own shots, but he also has Chris Paul with him. He also has other pieces to get him open, and he's hitting a lot more threes than Kobe did. 81 points. You have to be in control of the ball the majority of the time. What James Harden did, it's just a different game to me.
So TCB, you told me this the other day. How many points did James Harden account for that game?
Oh, I didn't. I was just guessing.
Right.
But
Theoretically.
Yeah, he at least 75 points. That's at the minimum. And think about this: the Rockets are predominantly a 3-point shooting team, or a lob it up to Clint Capella for a dunk team. So I'm guessing at least 75 points, and then throw in 10 rebounds. Are you kidding me? What a game!
Yeah, anyone can go out there and score tons of points. We saw last year Devin Booker putting up 70.
Right.
No one can put up 60 points and a triple-double. It's unheard of. It was unheard of. It's history.
Literally unheard of.
It's history.
Right, and I mean, it's hard to compare the 2 games. Let's just say that both of those games were insane. Okay, 81 points. Kobe shot 60% that game. I mean, insane, right? But James Harden with a 60-point triple-double, I think it's going to be a long time until we see that again. So hats off to James. Like Deans was saying, he's my MVP. I think he's most everybody's MVP. And, yeah, the NBA season is chugging along, and I'm excited to see how the playoffs are going to shake out. That is for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. But we do have bigger things on our mind this week.
Yes.
Super Bowl Sunday is this coming Sunday, Super Bowl 52. We got the Eagles and the Patriots. What do you guys think about this one? You want to talk specific matchups?
I just want to say, before we dive into it real quick, I am so excited for this game. It's been a rough 2 weeks without football, and I just can't wait for this game. And above all, I'm just hoping for some good football. Please.
Quality football, please. Quality.
Right. No Carolina Panthers
Hey,
in the Super Bowl.
We don't talk about that. We don't talk about that.
But yeah, hey, listen, I think this game is going to be a lot better than people are thinking. I don't think this is going to be a blowout for New England, guys. We're going to dive into these matchups, and I think the stats are going to back us up. Pop, where do you want to start in this game? What do you think?
I see the biggest difference between the 2 teams is the rushing game. The Eagles have a very elite offense with that run-pass option offense. But I think the Eagles have an edge in the rushing game. This past season, the Pats were 3-3 when they allowed opponents to rush over 100 yards. This postseason, Eagles are averaging more than 100 yards rushing. So I think it would be close if the Eagles can get it done and Nick Foles can play good football. They have a shot. always starts up front.
Oh, it does. And that's where I think the Eagles are the strongest is up front. Don't you agree, Pop?
Absolutely, their offensive line is phenomenal.
Right. And listen, sure, the Patriots have only allowed 100 yards rushing in 6 games. That's pretty impressive for a defense. However, like Pop was saying, the Eagles are averaging over 100 points. Over 100 rush yards. That would be pretty incredible if they're averaging over 100 points. But over 100 rush yards this playoffs. And like he's saying, that offensive line, best in football. Best in football.
Absolutely.
Okay, they're going to win in the trenches. They've got Jay Ajayi. They got LeGarrette Blount. They got Corey Clement. They got all these guys that they can throw at the Patriots. I think, in terms of offensive line versus defensive line, I don't think it's close. I think the Eagles win that matchup. Wes, what do you think?
Right, and I think, correct me if I'm wrong, what we're about to do here is we're about to give our cases for why the Patriots will win or why the Eagles will win from both sides. So, do we want to hop right into it?
Yeah, hey, we're just starting in the trenches, Wes. We're talking trenches, and at least Pop and I, we think that the Eagles have that advantage on the offensive line versus the Patriots' defensive line.
Well, I think the Eagles also have an advantage on the defensive line. Their pass rush has been stout in these past few weeks. They definitely got to Case Keenum and made him uncomfortable. And you have to do that with Tom Brady. However, Tom Brady does have a 95 QBR in blitz, which is insane. But they're still going to have to get there and disrupt him, make him uncomfortable, make him have to check it down. But I agree, the offensive line of the Eagles is going to be a big difference. When you're able to get a consistent 4 yards on a second down run or a first down run and stay on schedule, that's a big difference. That opens it up for them.
Right. And on the offensive line for the Eagles, they have 2 Pro Bowlers with Lane Johnson and Jason Kelsey. And then they have Brandon Brooks, who's also a very solid offensive lineman. And then, Wes, like you were saying, in the trenches, on the defensive end, they've got Fletcher Cox, All-Pro. They got Brandon Graham. It doesn't matter if he's an All-Pro because he's a Michigan Wolverine. That's all that matters. That's all you need to know about him.
Yeah.
Vinny Curry on the defensive line, as well as Timmy Jernigan. Dude, this team in the trenches is one of the best teams I've seen. You wonder why they were so good in the regular season. Sure, Carson Wentz was amazing, but it starts up front, okay? It starts up front, and the Eagles have a big advantage on both lines. Pop, what do you think?
Absolutely, couldn't agree more. And it's tough to say right now. Like it's easy to say right now, like, oh, they're gonna dominate up front, but we forget it. They're playing against the New England Patriots. They always have an answer somehow, some way, and they always perform, especially in the Super Bowl. Bill Belichick gets those guys ready. Tom Brady always plays well. So it's easy to say right now, but the Philadelphia Eagles, their front seven is stout.
Right, definitely, exactly. And it's going to be one of those games where, okay, we can talk about all this stuff, right? Okay, the Eagles have the advantage on the offensive and defensive lines. But I want to talk a little bit about coaching because sure, the offensive line of the Eagles is better. Sure, the defensive line of the Eagles is better. Okay, awesome. However, the Patriots coaching staff always gets these guys prepared. You can show me all the X's and O's you want. You can tell me all the all-pros that the Eagles have. But Bill Belichick, Josh McDaniels, and Mike Patricia are going to get these guys ready. And it's unlike anything I've ever seen. The preparation is amazing. And I just don't think the Eagles have enough experience. Sure, their coaching staff is great. Doug Peterson, hats off to you on a great season, but they don't have that Super Bowl experience. So I give the nod in coaching, not even close to the Patriots.
Right. It's almost unfair.
Right.
And even in the game, giving Bill Belichick 40 minutes at halftime to adjust. Good luck coming out for the Eagles in the second half, because they're going to have to find something else that'll work. Because Bill is going to shut down, if anything works, they're going to shut that down after the first half. But a reason why I like the Eagles and the Patriots, they're both very balanced. And that's going to be one of my keys to the game. When you have a running back by committee, when you're splitting 25 carries between four backs, that's big, and that opens it up for Nick Foles as well. And the Eagles' 3 running backs, Ajayi, Blunt, and Clement, are great catching the ball out of the backfield, and that really helps out Nick Foles when if his guys are covered, he can just check it down, get that completion, move on.
Right. A couple things to go to your point, Wes. First, when you were talking about halftime adjustments, all you have to do is look at last year's Super Bowl, right?
Mm-hmm,
with the Patriots, right. 28-3, come out of the halftime, and it was a completely different game. So I completely agree with you in that. Also, when you were saying the whole running back by committee and all the guys can catch the ball out of the backfield, and when we've just been talking, I'm realizing that these teams are a lot more similar than we think.
They're very similar, yeah.
They are, okay, sure, Tom Brady is not Nick Foles, 100% agree. Mm-hmm. But the way that these teams are built, wow. You know, running back by committee, good tight ends, Zach Ertz, Rob Gronkowski, a very similar wide receiving core. Defensive and offensive lines that are solid. Good linebackers, great safeties. This is like we're looking in the mirror, okay? And I think this is going to be a freaking phenomenal game, and I hope it is. I really, really hope it is. Please let this be a great football game, because I am psyched.
Well, Toby, you said it. Tom Brady is not Nick Foles, and Nick Foles is not Tom Brady. But as of late, when Nick is Nick, and he's out there doing his thing, he's been right there with them. Last week against the Vikings, Nick was 26 for 33 for 352 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Ridiculous.
And then Tom Brady was 26 for 38, 290 yards and 2 touchdowns. So very similar. Mm-hmm. But, you know, you look at them in the mirror, there's a few things that lean toward the Patriots' way. You're talking Belichick, you're talking Patricia, you're talking crazy things that they can do with Amendola and Gronkowski that the Eagles can't do.
Right, Pop? What do you think?
I just want to go back to the coaching part real quick. Hats off to the Philadelphia Eagles coaching staff, especially their offensive coordinator. They made it so easy for Nick Foles to come in and pick up right where Carson Wentz left off.
Exactly.
I think even though Nick Foles is not Tom Brady, he will be prepared very well for this game because of their great coaching staff.
I definitely agree, Pop. That's a great take. How do you take a guy that was an MVP quarterback, get him hurt, bring in a backup, and make it look so easy, dude? That is coaching. That is all coaching. Pop, great take. Okay, I want to dive in a little bit to the individual matchups. And there's a guy that you guys didn't mention that I think is going to be the X factor of this game, and that's Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks is a ridiculously good wide receiver, okay? This man is so fast. Holy crap. And I don't know. Okay, listen. Ronald Darby is going to be more than likely his matchup. Great cornerback, okay? Great cornerback out of Florida State. He's an all-pro this year. Hats off to him. But Brandon Cooks, I think if he can get separation, he's going to have a huge game. Also, another little knowledge nuke for you. The Eagles' defense, phenomenal this year. 6th against the run, and 10th against the pass. However, they are 29th in passes to the tight end. Do you guys know who the tight end is for the Patriots? Oh, wait, that's Rob Gronkowski, the greatest tight end of all time, okay? That is going to be the difference. That is why the Patriots are going to win this game. The Eagles linebackers have a hard time staying with big tight ends. Oh, wait, Rob Gronkowski is the biggest tight end, the fastest tight end. This man is going to run through you. He's going to make all the catches. That's going to be the difference. The tight ends going against the Eagles dominate. I just don't see the Eagles being able to stop Rob Gronkowski.
Well, Toby, you're absolutely right. You stole it out of my mouth. Where obviously the Vikings struggled 2 weeks ago, but where they were successful was with their tight end and throwing to their backs. Their only tight end was to, excuse me.
For the Vikings?
Rudolph.
Got Rudolph?
Yeah, Rudolph. And then out of the backfield, their running backs, Jerick McKinnon had 86 yards receiving. So that's where they were successful. They obviously have great receivers in Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen, but they weren't able to get the ball to them only a few times. And that's where Tom Brady has been so successful in checking it down, finding his open guys. And when you have somebody like Gronkowski, it's just unfair. I mean, good for him being able to come back after that hard hit 2 weeks ago. And I think he's going to be definitely the big difference. He could have 3 touchdowns. You just never know. But if the Eagles manage to lock down Brandon Cooks, Danny Amendola, and all those other guys, good luck, first of all. Brady still has Gronkowski and all his running backs to help him out.
Even though I agree with what you guys are saying, but I think the Eagles know their weaknesses, and they're gonna lock in on Rob Gronkowski this game. They're gonna focus this week. How are we gonna stop?
No one in the history of football.
The Jags did it.
The Jags did it by taking him out.
Yeah.
I mean, he barely did anything before he got taken out.
You know what, Pop? You might be right. They might be like, okay, we have to take Gronk out of the equation. So they might throw, let's say, a safety on him or somebody like that, or they double team him, which we've seen. But you want to know what happens when teams double team Rob Gronkowski?
It leaves Amendola open.
Or Brandon Cooks, or Deion Lewis, or James White, or somebody else, dude. They have so many playmakers, and it doesn't matter. Tom Brady makes white wide receivers look good. Nobody does that. Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola, Wes Welker. You can't name any other white wide receivers in the NFL. Tom Brady makes them look good. Pop, what?
Here's the thing. Yes, Gronk is Tom Brady's first option. Can you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Once you take Gronk out of the play, Tom Brady panics. He doesn't panic. He does well. Listen. He doesn't panic, but he sits in the pocket longer. Philadelphia's rush. What's freaking their defensive? Wow, why am I blanking on this?
Rattled.
Their pass rush. The Eagles' pass rush will get to Tom Brady before he can get the ball off. And that's another thing. When Tom Brady is sitting in the pocket, doesn't know what to do, he just dumps it off to a running back or he throws it out of bounds.
And they get 4 yards.
If the Eagles can contain that and put Tom Brady on his butt or contest his throws, I think it's going to be very hard for Tom Brady to be effective. Yes, he finds a way, but it's going to be hard.
Right, Pop. And Okay, I understand what you're saying when you say, okay, if they take Gronkowski out of the play. Listen, that's a huge if. Let's start with that. That's a big if. But, okay, you're going to have to dedicate so much. You're going to have to throw a safety and a linebacker on him. So that means either they're going to have to rush 3 and then contain a running back, and then they're not going to get any pressure, right? And then Brady's going to be able to just pick them apart, or they can rush 4, and the running back's going to be open for a dump-off. This team, this offense is ridiculous, okay? Watching the Patriots on offense is amazing. The Jaguars had the best defense in the NFL, and they were close, right? But the Patriots still found a way without Rob Gronkowski.
Right. Yeah, I want to go back to that game. When did Gronkowski get knocked out? Second quarter? Early second quarter?
Yeah, first half.
I think Tom Brady did just all right for the rest of that game. And I just want to point out that Gronk is more than just a pass catcher. He's in there to get those double teams and to open up his other wide receivers. Sometimes there's packages where he's standing on the sideline. They have him intentionally off the sideline. Sometimes he's in there to block. So he's not just there to be a receiver, essentially. So the way they use them, he could be efficiently used and have 0 yards and make a huge difference in the game. He doesn't have to be catching the ball. He's making a huge impact. Alan, like you said, if he draws that double coverage, that's just going to open up so much more for Brady.
Yeah, that's fair. It's just
It's oh, go ahead, Bob.
It's when it happens in the game, I think we'll see how Tom Brady reacts, because it's so easy for me to say, like, just double Gronk every play.
Right.
But it leaves too many people open. Maybe if they go in a zone somehow, they cover their zones well. But Tom Brady is so good at getting 4 yards every single play.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
he's relentless.
Yeah, I think the way the Eagles contain Tom Brady, not stop him, but contain him, is putting him on his butt every single play. It's going to be very difficult, yes. But I think if they do that, they have a very good chance at winning this game.
For sure, Pop. So we hit pretty hard. Eagles defense versus Patriots offense. I want to flip it around a little bit, and I want to talk Eagles offense versus Patriots defense, because the Eagles offense has been underappreciated this year. And I just want to shed a little bit of a light on this team, and I'm going to start with Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey is going to more than likely be matched up with the Super Bowl hero from a few years ago, Malcolm Butler. And I think this is advantage Eagles. I think Alshon Jeffrey is a matchup nightmare, and I think that he's going to be able to take advantage of Malcolm Butler's single coverage, because they need to single coverage him because Zach Ertz is going to be running down the middle of the field. So I think starting with the number 1 versus New England's number 1, I give advantage to the Eagles. Also, their number 2 is Nelson Aguilar, and he's going against Gilmore, who was the hero of last week's game versus the Jags. You guys remember he went vertical with the pass breakup. However, I think this might be advantage Patriots. I think the defensive backfield of the Patriots versus the wide receiving core of the Eagles is going to be a very intriguing matchup.
Well, Toby, you forgot to mention Torrey Smith. Torrey Smith has been that deep threat guy that every team needs. If you go back to when the Ravens were good, Torrey Smith was their guy that you could count on for a 40-yard reception almost every game. And so when you've got Alshon Jeffrey and Nelson Aguilar, that leaves Torrey Smith on the other side. If Foles can complete one big ball down the field, that can change the whole scope of the entire game.
Right, for sure, Wes. And Foles last week had a nice a bomb off of a flea flicker to Nelson Aguilar, which honestly the receiving core, like you were saying with Torrey Smith, underappreciated, man.
Right.
They are a solid wide receiving core, and I will be really interested to see how they fare against New England's defensive backs. Pop, what do you think about the passing game of the Eagles with a backup quarterback going against this Patriots defense?
Yeah, we saw it last week with them dominating the very good defense of the Vikings. It was blowout. But what I think sets them apart is that run-pass option that they run. Because when you do the run, you draw the safeties in, but then you have the option to either pass it or run it. Nick Foles isn't a big runner, so he's probably going to pass it. Once the defensive backs commit to the run, it's going to be easy to find those wide open receivers. So Nick Foles does a pretty good job in running that system. So we'll see how the Patriots defense will align and execute their game plan against that RPO that the Eagles run. But if they do it, I think it's game over for the Eagles.
Right. And like what we're saying, what I'm hearing a lot of is if the Eagles, but, you know, but then it's over. But there's no if the Patriots, you know. The Eagles need a lot of stuff to go in their favor.
That's absolutely right. Yeah.
And it might work. It might happen. But there's always that, dude, it's the frickin' New England Patriots. It's Bill Belichick preparing for – he has 2 weeks to prepare, man. If David Tyree didn't make that catch on his helmet, they win that Super Bowl, right? I mean, all of the – if Eli Manning was never born, the Eagles would have like 20 Super Bowls right now. I mean the Patriots would. So I just – Bill Belichick, give that man 2 weeks to prepare. This is ridiculous. Wes, I mean, am I wrong?
You're not wrong. And I think the reason why we're saying all this about the Eagles, this, and this, but it's because we don't want the Patriots to win. And that's natural. It hurts to have the same team winning over and over again. And when you have a guy like Nick Foles that's a backup coming in there and performing the way he has, it's hard not to cheer for him. But you know, it's always in the back of my mind. The Patriots have it. They have so many options, places they can go. They've got ultimate competitors, and they've got Bill Belichick. But here's the thing. I'm not discrediting the Eagles. The way Nick Foles has played has allowed the Eagles to play their game and come out on top. Scoring 38 points in an NFC championship is not something to sneeze at. And in my opinion, if Nick Foles is that 3-touchdown, 300-yard guy, that's going to put the Eagles in a very good position to win this game.
Right,
but that's
definitely.
a big if.
I know. And like you said, I mean, who really wants the Patriots to win? Yeah, honestly, listen, you guys can kill me, but last Super Bowl I was rooting for the Patriots. Maybe that's just the Michigan homer in me, the Tom Brady homer in me. But yeah, I know yikes is right. But I think I'm rooting Patriots again.
You're
I think
rooting?
I'm doing it. I
You
think
are?
I am. I think so.
Well,
Here's the thing, Wes. Sometimes before I watch a game, like I'm like, sure, I'll root for this team. But when you get and you're watching the game, you know it in your gut. You know which team you're rooting for in your gut. And I'm not going to know that until I'm watching the game. I'm honestly not going to know that until I'm watching the game. But I'm coming up with all these arguments for the Eagles and for the Patriots. I just want it to be a great game. That's all I'm asking. I don't freaking care about the commercials. I don't care if Justin Timberlake shows another woman's breast again. I don't care, okay? I do not care. Just give me a good football game because I'm not going to have football for a long time and I'm going to sit and cry in my room all day long because I have to wait so long for football, okay? Give me one more good game, NFL, please. I beg you.
please.
I'm definitely not rooting for the Patriots, I'm rooting for a good game. I can say we all can say that.
For sure. All right. I think we've gotten to the point in our show where we need to make some predictions. Wes, I'm going to start with you. Who you got and why, man?
It's the Patriots, man. It's the Patriots. And it's going to be 31-20.
Oof. Isn't the line at 5.5?
I think it's 4.5 now.
Whoa. I think for all you bettors out there, you guys already know not to listen to me. But here's my case why you should listen to me. Whatever I say, the opposite happens. So listen to me. I'm taking the Eagles. It's going to be a close game. I think it comes down to a last-second field goal. And it hurts me to say this because I know the Patriots are going to win. But I have faith in Nick Foles. I have faith in the coaching staff. I think the Eagles can pull this out big if, all the right things happen and go their way.
Wait, Alan, I have a question.
Yes.
Is this pickception? Like, how many levels deep are you here? Since you know whatever happens is the opposite, are you picking because of that?
I don't know, man.
I think he's 3.
I'm so in deep that I don't know where I am.
3 levels deep?
So Pop, what is your final take?
Eagles by 2 points.
Eagles by 2 points.
I'll give you an exact number. I'll say 28-30. 30-28 Eagles.
30-28 Eagles.
That would be exciting.
That would be exciting. That's respect, my friend. That's respect. Okay. I'm going to drop some knowledge on you guys. Patriots are going for their 6th Super Bowl. Their 6th Super Bowl, okay? All of them with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. I don't think they get it this time. I don't think they get it.
Whoa.
I see the battle in the trenches for the Eagles being too much. I see the offensive line being able to protect Nick Foles enough for him to have another great game on the biggest stage. I see the Eagles scoring on this New England Patriots defense. I think the Patriots defense, in terms of the 4 groups in this game, I think they are the worst between offenses and defenses. I think the Eagles are going to take advantage of that. They're going to run the ball well. They're going to get over the 100 rush yard mark that Pop was saying. And I think that the Patriots are not going to have enough on the offensive end. I think the Eagles' defense is underrated, and I think Tom Brady is going to have some magic for us, but I don't think they're going to get it done. I think it's going to be 24-20 Philadelphia Eagles.
Wow.
That got me excited.
Toby Custer. Baller. That is a big pick.
Hey, listen up, baby. Listen up. All right. Hey, listen. That was some phenomenal talk about the Super Bowl, my friends. Looks like we're wrapping up for that. Producer Deans, we're going to transition into segments, my friend?
Yeah, we got a segment for you. But before that, I think if you guys are going to throw a wide open deep ball to me, I'm going to take the Patriots as my pick. I'm going to come out from my
hibernation
cave over here talking football and come out with the easy pick that the Patriots are going to win by 10. I'm calling 30-20 Patriots. That's just a quick pick if you guys are going to throw it to me wide open there.
Yeah, go ahead and steal my take. It's fine.
All right, 31-21. But yeah, we do have a segment here. Would you rather? Do any of you guys want to start? Otherwise, I'll start.
Westman, go first.
Okay, Westman.
Okay, I think I've got a good one. Would you rather be a normal dude with a normal dad Or would you rather your dad be Tom Brady, but you have to kiss him on the mouth?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no! Come on, man.
Their French kissing, that was bad. That was.
He made him redo it.
Not enough loving.
Listen, hey, my dad's pretty awesome. He made me to be the phenomenal athlete I am today. I'm going with my own dad, okay? Listen, Tom Brady, sure, he's got some good genes. His wife smoking, okay? We get that. But
Does Tom Brady have good genes?
he personally doesn't know. But his kids will.
Okay.
But listen, that's easy for me. I'm good looking. I'm a great athlete. I don't need Tom Brady.
Yeah, I'm going with my dad, too. He's not a PP yet, but we're
Clint.
working on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. My dad has subscribed to the podcast. He hasn't listened yet. I made him subscribe. But I'm gonna have to go with him too. I think I've got a good gig going right now. I'm all right with it. Don't know if I can trade that for what Tom Brady's got over there.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine kissing my dad on the lips like that, so I'm taking my dad. And for the record, my dad could beat up all your guys' dads. So.
Wow, David? Really?
Are you talking like a 1-on-3?
Oh, without a doubt.
Wait, could he beat up Tom Brady, too?
Yes.
That's easy. I think I could beat up Tom Brady.
He would just make Tom Brady eat a weird food, and his bones would like.
Tom Brady would shrivel up and die.
Tom Brady, if you're listening to this, if you want to come on the show and plead your case while you kiss your son, we'd love to have you. But no one's taking you.
Right.
No one wants to kiss you.
I don't think he's going to be on any shows anytime soon.
Don't sleep.
He just really loves his kids.
Fair enough. Hey, Deans, hit us with a would you rather.
All right. Okay, so would you rather have a girlfriend, significant other, that's a diehard Patriots fan or a diehard Warriors fan?
Ugh. I'd rather be single.
I'd almost rather die alone. I would almost rather die alone. However, I'm going with the Warriors just because. Listen, all the ladies love Steph Curry. Let's be honest. That's probably the reason why they're a diehard Warriors fan. I'm okay with that. He's a great-looking man. I'm going Warriors.
Okay, here's the thing. If you're offering me a girlfriend, I'll take it. Please and thank you.
Westman says both diehard Patriots fan and a diehard Warriors.
But really, in my opinion, if a girl can be an actual diehard fan of like whatever team, it doesn't matter. If they can know their stuff and actually be a real fan, not just say, "Oh, I like their uniforms" or whatever, or Tom Brady is so good looking. I think that's really cool. It doesn't matter what team it is.
Respect to that take, Wes. I'm not going to lie. Respect to that take.
Hear that, ladies? If you're a diehard fan of something, DM at Prattle_Westman. Single ladies only.
You don't have to be a diehard fan, just if you're a girl.
If you are a woman, Westman is begging you. Hit him in the DMs. Begging you. Pleading. Pop, do you have a take on this?
I'm speaking on behalf of all the ugly fellows out there. Shout out Ugly Gang. I would rather be single than date a sellout. So,
Bold.
I don't know.
Oh, is that why? Is that why, Alan?
Yes.
Is that why you're single?
Yes, that's exactly why I'm single.
Because all the freaking women you find are die-hard Warriors and Patriots
Yeah.
fans.
Or
That
it's just
sucks,
because
man.
I'm very bad looking. It's
He's not actually. Ladies, if you want to DM Pops,
I'm ugly.
Ladies-
I'm ugly.
No, ladies, listen to TCB for a second. Pop is literally at least a 9. I'm giving him a 9 because this man is a great-looking man, okay? Hit him up in the DMs. I'm serious. Hit him up.
Only if you're a spam account.
That's it. That's all. Okay.
I got a couple of those. I'll send them your way.
Hey.
Love it.
All right. Here's my would you rather. Eagles linebacker Chris Long made a bet with his linebacker coach. If they win the Super Bowl, he has to get a tattoo of him, the linebacker coach, on him. So, would you rather win the Super Bowl and have to get a tat of your linebacker coach or just lose?
Win.
Win, yeah.
Win.
It's worth it.
Where's this tat? As long as it's not on my forehead or like
If you can't see it, I'm fine with it. Even if it's on the butt cheek.
upper thigh. Yeah, upper thigh. I'm winning. I'm winning the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Give me that tat.
Okay. Pop?
My body is a temple. I am not tarnishing it, so yeah, I'm not taking that tattoo.
So you're throwing the game?
Let's just say I get hurt.
Oh, okay.
Decide to sit this one out.
Yeah.
Wait for next.
Yeah. There's always next year. I'll say crosses
exactly.
doesn't count.
Well, he already got his ring last year.
True.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he was on the Pats last year. That is for sure.
All right, fellas. I have two would you
I'm
rathers.
Oh, okay. Hit him.
Would you rather be in a prison, maximum security, while your team wins the Super Bowl, or not be in prison and your team never makes the Super Bowl?
Hold on. I need specifics. How long am I in this maximum security prison?
Let's say 30 years.
Good grief.
30 years? Oh,
No,
my
I'll take
gosh.
freedom.
I need the Super Bowl. Dude, listen. As long as I didn't do anything to wrong somebody, put me in a maximum security prison. Give me a 10-inch TV. Let me watch that Super Bowl where Matt Staffgod leads us to a Super Bowl. And listen, that 30 years is just going to be pure bliss.
TCB, thank you for taking one for the team, but I'm going to have to also take my freedom. It's been a long time since the Lions have had success. At this point, I'm just expecting it, man.
Hey, listen, I will give you guys the Super Bowl. Just make sure you come and visit me, okay? Please do it.
All right, my other one is
Number 2, Pop.
Would you rather go on a TB12 diet for 5 years or eat a log of poop?
Come on.
Is that even hard? Give me TB12.
Yeah.
Okay, what's his diet? Like, what's so bad about that?
Apparently, it's like 3 gallons of water a day. I think that's pretty much it.
Is that all he eats?
Yep, water.
No, he's on some like Zen type thing. I'll look it up.
He eats like nuts and berries, I think.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'd be on the TB12 diet if I could, but I am poor. I'm on the
I can't
ramen
afford a
diet.
TB12 diet.
Right.
I
Yeah.
can't even afford the 3 gallons of water.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's no way I can afford the TB12 diet, but Tom, listen, if you can look like Tom Brady at age 40, I think you do almost anything.
Agreed.
I do see where you're coming from, though, Pop. That seems like a pretty strict and tedious thing to do, but you know, I think it's worth it. I think I'm gonna take.
No,
the
I
TB12
would
diet.
go ahead and hop in on the TB12, but their nutrition manual sold out. Sorry, can't get it.
Shoot. I don't.
Not that we could afford it anyway.
Honestly, I don't think a log of poop would be that bad.
Pop, come
Nope.
on.
That's
Pop,
all
come
we
on.
have for you today.
Hey,
We're done.
Alan,
Yo.
are you into that? Pop, are you into that?
No, I just
Is that
say
your thing?
definitely maybe not, but I couldn't give up the foods I eat. I don't know. Maybe I
Fair.
should.
Wait, you aren't not into not that?
Was that another 3-level?
Yes.
Pop,
Double
you are
negative.
so deep, dude.
I
Hey,
don't know.
listen.
I don't know.
Listen, take this weekend, watch some Super Bowl, collect your thoughts for the next episode of
Okay.
Prattle.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You hear me? Okay,
Just
sounds good.
for all you peeps out there, I don't eat poop. It's just theoretically speaking, but
Oh my gosh. All right, is that all we got, fellas?
Sir, yes, sir.
All right, got a little off topic. Got the Super Bowl fever. But PPs, that's all we got for you today. We hope you enjoy your Super Bowl Sunday this weekend. Hopefully it's an exciting one with some good commercials, food, memes, halftime bloopers, etc. We appreciate you all listening as always. Feedback is appreciated and encouraged, so let us know what we can do to make our show better. Just to let you know, we're working on some stuff right now to improve the show and the brand. Always trying to perfect our craft and bring you the best episode to date. With that being said, we love our PPs. We're proud to have you. We hope you enjoyed listening today, and hopefully you'll tune into our next app. This is Producer Deans. I'll talk to you guys later.
Shout out
See you
to
guys.
all the PPs.
Yep.
Adios.
Have a great Super Bowl Sunday.